1980, the dawn of a new decade, the year when people ditched the polyester hangover from the 70s and tried to figure out what the heck the 80s were going to feel like. And what did they get? Oh, just a year so good that even Yoda himself had to pop in and say,
"Yup, this one is the..."
1980 absolutely owned the big screen. You had the Blues Brothers, which proved that wearing sunglasses inside wasn't just cool, it was practically a way of life.
Well then, I guess you're really up shit creek. Ow!
Then The Shining came along and made everyone terrified of hotel hallways, tricycles, and writing the same sentence over and over again. Caddyshack gave us the Gopher Dance of Legends. And Airplane basically rewrote the rulebook on comedy, turning every single sentence into a punchline.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
This plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
And we can't forget Smokey and the Bandit 2, because apparently Burt Reynolds wasn't enough. We needed a sequel with even more badassery. But let's be real, the crown jewel was The Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader dropping the "I am your father" bomb wasn't just a twist, it was a seismic event. People left theaters in '80 questioning reality, their families, and whether they could even trust a dude in a black cape anymore. And TV in 1980 was doing its own thing. Magnum P.I. gave us Tom Selleck's mustache, which should have its own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Then you had the Gallagher collection, proof that smashing watermelons could actually be primetime entertainment.
This damn video game!
And Nightline showed up, and suddenly the news wasn't just boring grown-up stuff. It was an event. You stayed up late, turned it on, and felt like you were living in the pulse of the world. And then John Michael Ozzy Osbourne, released Crazy Train, and the entire world got on board. The opening riff is basically a time machine. You hear it, and you're instantly transported to 1980, probably wearing a denim jacket, headbanging so hard you accidentally knocked a Rubik's Cube off the coffee table. Speaking of Rubik's Cubes, yeah, that little block of frustration first became a household name in 1980. It wasn't just a toy, it was a personality test. If you solved it, you were a genius. If you peeled the stickers off, you were a cheater. And if you just threw it across the room with defeat, congrats, you were like 90% of the population. And the video games. This was the year that Pac-Man went mainstream. Suddenly, people were lined up in arcades, chasing little dots like their lives depended on it. Waka Waka became the soundtrack of the year. And at home, the Atari VCS, what people call now the 2600, was cranking out Dragster. And kids were discovering that sitting in front of the TV with a joystick wasn't just fun, it was the future. Culture in 1980 felt like a mashup of everything. You had people rocking out to heavy metal, disco still limping along in the background, and arcades glowing like neon temples on every street corner. The vibe was equal parts. Let's party and let's figure out what the heck the 80s are gonna look like. And that's what made it great. 1980 wasn't just a collection of stuff. It was a feeling. It was staying up late to watch TV shows you weren't supposed to. It was sitting in a movie theater with your jaw on the floor because Darth Vader just blew your mind. It was twisting a Rubik's Cube until your brain melted, then blasting Ozzy to feel better about it. It was Pac-Man, Caddyshack, Empire Strikes Back, Magnum P.I., and a sense that something brand new was just beginning. And that's why 1980 wasn't just another year. It was the start of the best decade ever.
Right turn, Clyde.